Shit 90 shows taught me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.
Are you ready to slay another day? So are we. Welcome back to Shit 90 Shows Taught Me. I'm Jess Sterling here with my co-host, Sarah Humphrey. Sarah, how are you?
Back again for another season. Really happy to be here for season 6 with you, Jess. This is really exciting. It's a brand new season. A lot of happenings, and I'm like really excited to discuss it with you. I know that this is going to be a change of tone season a little bit, so
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what that brings. A little scared. Are you scared? I'm a little scared.
I don't know that I'm not scared. It's more so that I'm a little concerned about if I will enjoy the tone that we're
Mhm.
going to take with this. Like, right, we're going through a whole thing of like, okay, Buffy's back from the dead. We're also on a different network. So like that could change things with the show a little
Right.
bit as well. I don't know. And like, here's the thing. We've long said this is our 6th time now doing a premiere. I don't feel like Buffy does premieres
No.
great.
No. Okay, because let's get let's clean out the cobwebs, or
Yeah.
let's lay out the land, because I don't want to be negative and I don't want to be a raging bitch. But I think my reaction to seeing this the first time was the season premiere kind of sucked ass.
It
And
feels like it's like, okay, you know the saying of like could have been an email? I feel like this 2-part episode could have been 1 episode. Like it felt like we were kind of prolonging some stuff. Like we were just like hanging around for a little bit. I don't know. It was fine. We needed to bring Buffy back from the dead, very obviously. But some of it just felt like we were taking a long time to get from A to B.
That's interesting. I don't even think I had a problem with that. I think that my issue was honestly, my issue is truly how Buffy came back to life. That is my main.
The Willow of it all, the Willow spell.
Yeah, and I think that, and maybe it's because in my head I convinced myself of a different tale because of my own hypothesizing.
Because we thought it was going to be like she's in a different dimension, she's going to fight her way
Mhm.
back. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
That's what I wanted to see, honestly.
yes.
I think like that's the biggest thing. Like I love, and I honestly think that Willow is going to be almost as integral this season as
Mhm.
Buffy. Like maybe this is even more so because of she got the "and" as Willow credit, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
obviously she's elevated, and I think that this is going to be her season where she really is a main focus, and
Mhm.
that's great and all, but I wanted to see Buffy fight her way back. Like I wanted to see Buffy put her
Yeah, that's
fate
fair.
in her own hands, and I think that
Hmm.
that's why, for no reason at all, that's what I expected. So to see Willow do the spell and Buffy is back because of Willow, for me personally, it
Mhm.
I was like, man, I want to see Buffy fight her way back, or have to negotiate with people within the underworld, a la Sabrina the Teenage Witch, where Sabrina had to go to the council every so
Yes.
often, remember?
And we've seen Angel go to a council and
Yes,
stuff,
yes, yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
it's definitely there's precedent for it. That's really interesting.
That's what
And
I wanted to see, and then when
yeah.
I was just like, "Well, Willow just did the spell," that's awesome, because, that the thing is that Willow's powers are really strong. She's doing some really cool stuff.
She's doing some big spells. Okay, so two things in response to that, because I do think what you're saying is interesting, of wanting to see Buffy have agency in returning. Number one, I think we still could get more Buffy agency. I think it will just be in the realm of the mental battles that she's going to have to fight with, like, I literally was dead and now I'm back and, like, I've missed some time and all of that, and, like, the trauma of waking up in your own coffin, like, seeing yourself, like, the Buffy bot die. I think there's a lot Buffy could mentally work through that maybe would get us to that point. But I guess my biggest hang up with this whole bring Buffy back to life thing is, like, we literally just said last season how dangerous and bad it is to resurrect someone. Like, Tara was staunchly anti-resurrecting Joyce. And, like, I guess they kind of explained it away with Willow saying because she died via, like, magical means, she could be in some other realm. Like, we have no idea where her soul is. And so we need to, like, rescue her. I'm not saying Joyce and Buffy's deaths are the same because they're very much not, right? Like, Joyce dies of a not normal, a health thing, a body health
A
thing,
mortal.
a mortal thing.
Yeah.
Buffy dies because she jumps into a magical goo portal.
But
I don't know.
also we see her body like fall on the floor. So like who's to say she just didn't die from like
Yeah, her insides were
falling?
all fucked.
Like maybe she just like
She took a lot of falling damage.
exactly jumped off the tower and fell to her death. I know that
Yeah.
that's not what happened. That's interesting too because like that's a great point because when we do the spell to bring Buffy back, like all the Scoobies are there.
Tara was, like, in, right? Like, it
Tara
was
was
it was
in
the
it.
Scooby's plan,
Except
so
for, and this is my second issue,
Mhm.
except for the fact, so like now the Scoobies have like initiated Tara in officially. Tara, you're
Correct.
in. Anya, you're in. Spike, you're still out.
Your
Dawn, you're
babysitter.
out. Like, and that
Yes.
annoyed me too because like when they were slaying, they didn't allow like Dawn in. And I was just like,
Yeah.
but like, why? Because Dawn is 16, the same age that Buffy was, and we don't have to protect her like a little baby anymore because she's no longer the key. So I didn't like that. And I didn't like that at least she knew about the resurrection, but it was annoying to me that she wasn't there either.
No, she didn't know about the
Oh, she
resurrection.
didn't.
She
Okay,
This
so
was the
that's
other thing that was, like
annoying.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're
I'm with you
yeah.
because I feel like this is the worst of both worlds, where we're not gonna tell Dawn about the plan at all because seemingly, like, well, we don't wanna get her hopes up, like, if it doesn't work, like, blah, blah, blah. But how traumatizing would it be for you to see the physical embodiment of your
Mhm.
dead sister literally every single day, live with her, like, try to
Well,
train her to be more like your dead
yeah.
sister?
True. I mean, Buffy Bot is actually iconic for me. She's my queen,
Oh,
but
she's incredible, but think about it from Dawn's perspective. Like,
yeah, it's a
that's
little fucked. So
horrifying.
okay, so we know that Giles didn't know about the resurrection. Did
Right.
Spike know about the resurrection?
No. No, the
Okay.
only
So
ones
this
who
is
knew were, like, the core 4 of Anya, Xander, Tara, and Willow, and I could be incorrect, but I believe that that's the case where none of the other 3 knew, which also, can I just say, not getting Giles involved literally only makes sense when you think about the plot device of Giles is leaving the show, so, like, they don't wanna tell him. But,
oh,
like, from a plot standpoint, it makes no sense not to tell Giles, the
yeah.
literal owner of a magic shop who was Buffy's watcher. Like,
Yeah.
don't you think you'd wanna get his input?
Maybe we do have a lot to complain about. And
We
this is
kind of do. We
this
kind
is
of
why I was like, I
do.
watched this and I was like, well, this episode sucked ass because like the whole Giles thing, it's annoying.
I'm pissed,
I'm
Sarah. I'm
annoyed.
pissed.
I'm annoyed that like Buffy, when Buffy does come back, she's essentially like, remember the episode where she was a cave woman?
Literally, I had the same thought. Why do they give her these fuck ass wigs? Get
And
out
like
the
she
street. Why
can't
is she a brunette?
she can't communicate. Like she's like in a
Tonic.
thank you.
You're welcome.
State.
Yeah.
Like it's like it just wasn't it. And like I know that the season is so beloved for so many people. And I do also know that like see, like, premieres for Buffy are not as strong as their finales. We
Right.
rarely have anything negative to say about the finales, except maybe season 4, because that was a little fucked and a half,
It
but
was a little
still,
fucked,
it was a little different. It was a
but
little, they
you're
were
right.
trying
I
things.
feel like we always get off to a little bit of a rocky start. So, like, I don't think this necessarily means anything for our overall
I don't
enjoyment
think so
of the
either. But
season.
I also hated, like, because the premieres also love to put in this, like, one episode arc of, like, a baddie that we don't give a shit about. Like, or we could care about, but they die off, like the blonde vampire teenager girl.
The one that was like haunting the college campus, which we adored, and they're like,
She
nah,
was
she
cool.
gone.
Yeah, that was one episode. Last season, it was Dracula. Like, they loved and then this season, it's like this weird ass biker gang.
Who gives a single
I
shit about
didn't.
these
I
guys?
didn't. I
Yeah.
really didn't. So, like, yeah, like, maybe I do have a lot to complain about with the season premiere. There's things that I didn't hate, but I don't know. Like, let's go from the beginning, because, like, in the very beginning, we
Yeah.
get our opening credits, right?
Yeah, and this is how I first realized, like, wow, okay, Giles is like obviously not going to be around that much because he is like listed as like a guest star, not he doesn't get the official fancy and credit that instead goes to Willow. So I was like, well, fuck, man, like.
Mhm.
I fucking love Daddy Giles. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding? He just had the most daddy moment ever in the finale of last season, and
Yeah.
now he's not going to be around. So that was
Well,
devastating.
yeah, this is a complete surprise to me, and I don't even know if I understand what's happening, because once again, like, we are completely unspoiled. I didn't know that Giles, like, wasn't going to be a main character
Yeah.
in season 6. I don't know if this is like a temporary thing. I don't know if when we did, what makes sense to me is, like, we made the shift to a new channel, which
Right.
means that we have to renegotiate contracts.
Yeah.
Obviously, the existing members, or the existing cast members, like a Sarah Michelle Gellar, like an Allison Hannigan, so on and so forth, they want better pay.
Right.
So what? Like, we can't have the same amount of people. We're not going to get rid of Dawn or Spike, or, but I guess Anya's in the credits now. But then, so then I just don't know if, like, we have no idea if this was like a Anthony,
Something head.
some Christopher head,
Anthony
Michael
Christopher Head.
head.
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Oh.
Anthony
Stewart.
Stewart head.
It's
Something.
Stewart.
I don't know if it was like his decision to depart
Yeah.
the show, or if they were like, we don't have the budget for you. You can either take a step back and pay. Like, Tara is not in the opening credits. She's a supporting character. You can either do that, or you can make special guest appearances and take
Yeah.
new opportunities. And I don't know. I
Yeah. I would
I
like
don't
to
know
know
what
if people do know to like tell us in a
Mhm.
non-spoilery way, like exactly what ended up happening here. Because
Well,
my
it's
assumption
aesthetic.
would be given his age, right? Like as an actor, he gained a lot of notoriety with the character of Giles. And maybe he felt like I'm kind of done. Like 5 seasons is enough for me. I still want to hang around and like be a little bit a part of it, but I'd like other opportunities to be available. So like it could have been a him thing. It just like sucked because it sucked that like he wasn't a part of the storyline to resurrect Buffy, and it sucks that now he's leaving. Like it
Yeah.
sucks all around.
And honestly, like, I mean, I think we were both blindsided. I think at least, like, back in the day, you probably got like the TV Guide, or like People Magazine to be
Right.
like, Giles leaving the show, or like taking a step back. Like, we had no idea. So to
No
see
clue this
that,
was happening.
I mean, like, it makes me a little bit grumpy. And then, like I said before, it's just like Tara doesn't still doesn't make the credits. Like, and I think, like, it's something as simple as the show has X amount of people that they want to pay for. Let's focus on our mains. I'm surprised that Anya didn't get kicked to the curb as like a main character as
Yeah.
well. Um,
Yeah,
but
she gets
yeah,
the fiance credit now.
wait,
She's
what?
fiance, so
D-
she
It
gets to be
doesn't
in the
really
credits.
say. It doesn't say that.
No, 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 no. No.
um, but
Yeah.
yeah, but like, but I do. So that was very noteworthy. And the other thing was, like, Allison Hannigan is now the and Allison Hannigan as Willow, which
Right.
is a really substantial probably bump for her. Like
It's a spot you wanna be.
she
Yeah.
probably got paid mad money, and
And
that
here's
just
the thing, I think, like, actor-wise, like, I feel like she does a great job as Willow, like, I think anytime there's, like, an emotional scene,
yeah.
I think she's, like, absolutely stellar. You know, let's forget the fact that, like, we had some issues with the character of Willow. I don't think we much have issues with the acting behind
No.
Willow as a character.
Mm-mm.
So, like, yeah, she now, like you were saying, not only just as an actor, but the character Willow herself, the very first scene we get of the premiere is her being basically like using her now telekinesis that she has to basically get the lay of the land of the battlefield and like help the Scoobies in Buffy's absence
Yeah.
be better slayers.
She's essentially the playing chess. Like, she's on top of the crypt and is like, Anya to square 4 or
It's
whatever.
like the Survivor challenges where you had
Yes.
everyone was blindfolded except for the one person who stood up on the thing and had to like yell out directions to
Yeah,
everyone.
but she has a big job. She is seemingly the leader. Like, she feels like
Yeah.
she's in command, and I think like they're like
Well,
her.
she was elected the leader, they said.
Oh,
Like,
of
remember
course.
they had the thing where they all
Yeah,
agreed that Willow's gonna be the leader. Willow has the telekinesis. Willow is like giving commands to everyone. Willow is in charge of Buffy Bot and like repairs and
yeah.
coding, and she's the one who Buffy Bot goes to if she's injured or whatever. Like,
So it's deserved. It's deserved.
oh yeah, for sure. I think Willow is definitely going to be an essential ingredient of the season. Like obviously she already was, but in her doing the resurrection spell, not only is she the one to kind of take on all of the damage from the spell, but
Mhm.
she also is the one who's like sourcing materials. She
Mhm.
fucking kills Bambi to
Ooh.
get the blood. Like, you couldn't just do a little cut on the deer. Like we had to full on slaughter a baby
No,
deer.
she had to bring the heart to the
That
spell.
little baby had spots. Like that was a baby.
Mm. I didn't really watch that scene, but because I knew what was
Yeah.
coming. But I knew that like she had to bring the heart to the spell, so that's what it was.
I hated that. Yeah, that was awful to watch.
Um, did you notice that I felt like her hair and makeup got elevated as well? Like, her hair did
Mm.
not look like absolute ass.
I didn't notice that much. I felt like her
It
hair looked kind of similar, but
No, it looked good. It was,
very
like,
different. Okay, good.
silky, it was shiny, it looked
Mhm.
good, the length was appropriate,
There you
like,
go.
she got the good hair and makeup person.
Unlike Buffy. Yeah,
Unlike Buffy, unlike
poor
Buffy,
Buffy.
yeah.
Her fuck ass wig.
So
Yeah.
we come back and they are trying to pick up the slack of Buffy's absence. They're
Mhm.
still fighting the good fight. They are using Buffy Bot as kind of like a decoy because they don't want the demons or anybody to know that the Slayer is gone because then
Yeah.
all these like demons will swarm into Sunnydale
Well,
and
and
destroy everything.
Dawn could get taken away. Like
Yes,
they
that's
don't
the second
want
part. Yeah.
people, which like okay, god, I have so many like thoughts and feelings on this as like as much as we fucking hate Mr. Summers, like we fucking hate this absentee parent bullshit of Buffy's dad. It is fucked to be like not telling anyone that Buffy is dead. Like, can you imagine? Like, and he sucks, right? Like, obviously he sucks, but it's real fucked to just pretend that Buffy isn't dead, both from like a mental health standpoint for Dawn, also for like anyone who may have cared about Buffy to be under the assumption that she is alive. And like, I agree the whole like let's keep Dawn in our care thing makes sense, but like is Dawn better off living on a fucking hellmouth
Mhm.
with Willow and Tara who aren't her parents?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like is that really a better
Well,
situation for her?
it's probably what she wants. Quite honestly, I interpreted that as like th- Willow has the cockiness of a 20-year-old who thinks that she can take on the world. And I
Yeah.
think that there was not a doubt in her mind that she can bring Buffy back until she thought that she failed at bringing Buffy back. So
Yeah.
I think that they were just like, this is just a temporary thing. She's come back from the dead before. We have the sources and the materials to do it. Like, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And I mean, if that they were correct about that. But I think that, yeah, up until when she thought that she did fail, I think that there was no doubt in her mind, because like the thing is that like when you gain this power so young, you really think you're invincible. And
She got a lot of power very quickly. So
yeah,
that, yeah, that
so
tracks.
I think that she just is like we got this. Like there's just like no way that we can't bring her back. But yeah, so I think like that's a part of it. Like they were like, this is just like a temporary thing until we sort everything out. I thought like Buffy bought, like I said earlier, her job being not only to um be perceived as like Dawn's caretaker, but also as like the Slayer is still in Sunnydale. I thought the Buffy bot scenes were all very funny. I like crack up. She's such a gem. Like I thought that we were gonna like come in and she was just gonna be kind of gross, but she's just so funny. And I I think I loved the scene, like all the scenes. Like when you're talking about the dad phone call, she's like, that's my father. Like I am his, like I am whatever she said. Like he is my ancestor. Like I am part of him. It's just like so silly and funny. Also, the surprising that her father actually is alive, because I was convinced that he was a dead.
He apparently is around, not nearby, but he calls apparently. The Buffy bot stuff was very funny. It was some like great comedic relief. I really liked the sandwich stuff. I really liked the her but Willow needing to reprogram her so she doesn't do so many knock knock jokes. I
Yeah.
thought was really great. So she did provide some like really fun comedic
Oh,
relief.
also like the line where she says to like Spike, like something like, "Are you?"
Oh, his abs or something, his washboard abs.
Yeah, something along those lines, and Spike is like, "I asked you many, many times to deprogram her from saying
Yes.
shit like that to me." And that was funny. I thought the scene at school, the parent teacher, or parent was it like parent teacher
Parent
night?
teacher conference sort of a thing, yeah.
Yeah, I thought like that was really funny, where like
Yeah, school is
it's
where you learn.
and, like, the teacher was like, "You're
Yeah.
right," and we forget that sometimes, because sometimes we just get, like, really lost in, like, the day-to-day or the socialization, but, like,
Yes.
we are, and it's like, "Well, I made sandwiches for Dawn." It's like, "Is great that you are being, like, an active role in
Yes.
this, and that you just don't go, like, give your kid, like, $2 to buy fries." She nailed it, but, like, she shouldn't have nailed it because it was so artificially manufactured.
But to Spike's point, right? Like, it's like, well, they love building an army of robots at school, so, like, of
Yeah.
course they loved her, like, it makes sense. That
Mhm.
was really funny, like, Buffy Bot killing it at the parent-teacher stuff. Yeah, she did provide really fun comedic relief. I just couldn't help but, like, it tore me up when Dawn went in and laid next to Buffy Bot that was on, like, Buffy's
Oh,
bed.
that was so
Like,
sad.
it tore me up that, like, how much this must be absolutely killing Dawn to be living with, like, having a living reminder of her sister who she doesn't think will ever come back. Like, how can you possibly live like this? Like, what is the long-term solution, you know?
Mm.
But
You don't
speaking of
think
Dawn.
you don't
Yes,
think
go ahead.
that Willow and, like, the gang was like, "We are going to try to bring her back eventually?" Like, you
I
don't.
don't think they told Dawn because I don't think they wanted to get her hopes up.
Interesting. Like, not
They, like,
even.
kept her out of
Hmm.
everything.
Like, I would understand, like, not specifics, like, this day is when we're going to try to make it happen, but not I don't know. I mean,
Maybe I'm wrong, like,
that's
maybe
rough.
they did, but I felt like they never said anything to her. But speaking of Dawn, I really loved that we got to continue the Dawn and Spike stuff,
Yeah.
in this episode. That is something I did enjoy, about these episodes where Spike and Dawn, and Spike being babysitter, and, like, how protective he is of Dawn, saying, like, "I'm not leaving you to get hurt, not again." Like, he regrets everything that happened with Buffy, and he's very protective of Dawn, and I loved that. I love Spike being babysitter Spike.
Yeah, it's good like big brother energy, and I think it's something that he like needs. Like I think like Buffy, Dawn treats Spike like a person, which not a lot of people in his world does. And I think that he is able to care for her, and I don't think that he's ever had that caretaker role either. I mean, we did see him like when Drew Lulu was like not well, like he was a pretty good caretaker to her as well, except when he was like yelling at her. Like that was bad.
Yeah, when he's not throwing gravestones at his girlfriends, like
He's
he
a
is
pretty
a great. He's always been a decent caretaker with Dawn. Like he really has
yes,
been.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
I really love their relationship and the fact that he is so protective of her. And like when in the second episode when they're like, what are they? It's like a motorcycle, and she has like a helmet on, but it's like a very silly helmet. Like I don't know. I just think they're just such a fun
They're a
pair.
fun duo. I think that it's a very like unlikely pairing that I'm sure in the beginning of last season when they brought Dawn on, they couldn't imagine that the chemistry between these two people would work. But then now that I say that, I am reminded that you had me listen to that song.
Oh no.
And, um, what was the song called again? So
Oh
if you
god, I
didn't
don't
listen
know.
to our season wrap up, there was a song. Apparently, Michelle Trachtenberg had a crush on Marston, whatever, Spike, and he wrote this
Marsters.
Marsters. He wrote this creepy ass song, and it was it was questionable. It's the sort of thing that I would pay millions of dollars to wipe from the internet if I
Yes.
had millions of dollars, because
Yes.
essentially the song is like, "Look, girl, I know that you have a crush and I would totally do it, but you're
I would
18 and I
yeah, I
don't
would
wanna
hit
get in
that
trouble."
if you weren't so young.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't even like not because I don't want to, because I don't wanna get in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
if
It's
and, like
against the law,
it's against
actually.
the law, but if it wasn't, then you and me would be going to Pound Town, was what the song was about. And I was like, "What the fuck is this song? This is what you keep in the drafts, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not a songwriter. If
Uh-huh.
I was writing
Uh-huh.
songs, I'm sure it would be worse than this." But this is the sort of thing that you don't go to the
No.
recording studio for. It was god awful, but yeah, they have good chemistry as in like older brother, younger sister. And that's all I want to see from these two ever. Which
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
like obviously they're not going to make that ever happen, but it was just and honestly like I was definitely like a young girl that had crushes on older guys, but like nothing nobody wrote a song about
Yeah.
me.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about lasagna.
Yes.
Lasagna shippers
Yeah.
everywhere rejoice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, tell me what you thought about this episode with the two of them.
Yeah, they have to keep their engagement. Well, Xander wants to keep the engagement quiet because of everything going on with Buffy being up in the air. Like, he doesn't basically want to be like, take your grief and shove it. I have something fun to announce. Anya is tired of waiting, and I don't blame her. She's waiting for Giles to leave so she can run the shop. She's waiting to announce their engagement. She's like, this was your idea in the first place, and now we
Yeah.
have to keep it quiet. I get it. This was like such small potatoes to me. Like this was such a like who cares, you know?
Mhm.
Um they still seem to be happy. They're going through with the engagement, which is a thumbs up in my book. Uh they're going to need to divulge this information soon. If I'm Anya and I'm being forced to keep this secret for more than a few weeks, I'm actively getting pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be kept a secret. That doesn't feel good. And I think that like for Anya, you have to think of it as like sometimes she just she I mean most of the time she sees things in black and white, and she's like, we're in a sad situation, how to not be sad, happy, what's happy news, our engagement. I don't
Yes.
understand why we wouldn't. If we can share something happy, then won't everybody be happy? And I
Right.
think that like she doesn't understand like the nuance of like, maybe it's not the most appropriate time, but then again, it's just like I don't think that people are going to be like, throwing like confetti and is going to forget that like Buffy existed if you announce your engagement, but nobody
Right.
wants to be kept a secret. That doesn't feel good.
I
So,
understand the when do we announce it? How do we announce it? Like, it feels weird because there's so much other stuff going on. But, like, you people are literally always in mortal danger.
yeah.
Like, there's really no perfect time to announce this. I feel like the longer you wait, the more weird it is. So
Yeah.
just say it. Like, what are they? Everyone's just going to celebrate it. And, like, to Anya's point, when they are so sad, it is like, don't do it the day Buffy dies, but
Yeah.
like after enough time has passed, I feel like, yeah, people want to celebrate. People want to hear good news.
Yeah.
So I don't see the big deal in doing it. Now, the time to do it is definitely not when Buffy has first come back from the dead
Yeah.
and is very confused.
Once again, like this is very like black and white. Like I understand how like Anya thinks. Like I think like she's kind of it makes sense. Like she sees Buffy, who is all out of sorts, seemingly is like really depressed and scared and sad. Once again, what can I do to make her like happy? Tell her good news. It makes so much sense to me. But yeah, like she definitely doesn't have the understanding of like appropriate timing, which is like kind of like what we love about Anya because it's
She's a
very
gem.
it's kind of like how like everybody really loves Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
It's kind of like the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's like endearing. Like Sheldon may I've n you know what's funny? I've not really seen Big Bang Theory. However, it was like Adam's nighttime show. So,
So
but
you've consumed it kind of.
I consumed it. It plays on the iPad that's, like, not facing. I never actually saw a minute of Big Bang Theory. I just listened to, like, 20 seasons of Big Bang Theory. So I'm like, I
Mhm.
know Big Bang Theory.
I know everything that happened. Yeah.
I've never, like my eyes have never been placed on the show. So I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah.
Sheldon, like I've seen so much of Big Bang Theory. No, I have not. But yeah, so I think it's just like, like she doesn't have like that understanding of like appropriate timing, but I
Yeah.
understand like what she's saying.
Yeah, and we also got some really fun duos in the second episode where Anya and Tara end up paired off.
Yeah.
Anya's like very scared something's going to happen to Xander, and Tara is like, we would know if something happened to either of them. They hug. It's very cute. Tara sends her little light ball out to
Oh,
find Willow and
I
Xander.
liked that because like number one, I liked the opportunity that um Tara got to do magic on her own without
Yes.
Willow, and I really liked that spell a lot. I thought that it was, like, kinda
It
cool.
was cute, and it
Yeah.
makes sense that she would be able to do something like that. Tara has always given to me, like, if Willow is, like, destructive magic,
Yes, yeah,
Tara is, like, healing magic and, like,
yes.
utility magic.
Yeah,
So,
she's
like,
she's
yeah.
our druid.
She's our druid cleric,
Yeah.
and Willow is, like,
Um,
sorcerer,
a menace
wizard,
to
fireball
society.
bitch.
She's a
Yeah.
menace to society. Yeah,
Menace, yeah.
I really liked Tara these couple of episodes too. I felt like she, like, woke up essentially, like, not because, like, she, like, wasn't in, like, that trance, but, like, I felt like she had more personality, she had
We
more
got
to
to see them
say.
kiss. That
Yeah.
happened. New
I
network, new smoochies.
I like the fact that I felt like they gave her more, like,
Mhm.
just more personality, like, more presence, and maybe that's the benefit of not having somebody like Giles in the episodes where, we can
Yeah.
spend some of that time that we were spending on Giles on somebody like Tara that hasn't had a lot, or even the fact that Buffy wasn't really present in these couple of episodes, like totally we can have that time and use it to give Tara more, which I do like because that was our biggest complaint about Tara last season was that like
Mhm.
they weren't giving her anything. She didn't have like a personality. It was like very mild, and I felt like she like was a actual character and not a piece of furniture
Yeah.
essentially this episode.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we did get more from her without Giles getting a ton of content. She's very active in like the decision making. She, like you said, she seems like she's now officially a member of the Scooby Squad. Um so they're all basically, when Willow does this spell, this resurrection spell, it's nasty. Like, she gets cuts on her arms. There's like
Oh,
gross
yeah.
bumpies crawling under her skin. She throws up a fucking snake. Like, shit
Yeah.
is happening.
So Tara says that they were aware that something was going to happen. Like they were going to get tested as if like if you really 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 want this resurrection to happen, you have to be tested and not quit in the middle of it.
Yeah, you have to
So,
give something up to get
yeah,
what you want. Yeah.
yeah. So, which once again, if like you're giving yourself, I don't know, this spell seemed very dark magic. And like once again, like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it feels like feels like a little bit of black magica.
It definitely is. I think
Yeah.
this is why Tara was like pretty against this happening in last season. Because Willow's really putting herself through the ringer, and they basically say if she gets interrupted, that's it. They only get one shot at this. And this is existing magic rules, because
Mhm.
they talked about this last season when Anya and Willow were fighting about like the interruptions when it comes to magic. It's not good. Could be no bueno. And of course, this is when Motorcycle Gang, who has found out that Buffy is like, they think Buffy is a robot because Buffy bot gets damaged. They see her wiring, yada yada. They interrupt the spell, and that is when we get the two pairings separating. We get Willow and Xander getting like a little lost. Willow is very weak from performing the spell. She thinks it didn't work, so she's devastated. Great acting by Allison Hannigan, I thought.
Mhm.
I thought her, like, when she has cry face, it is very sad. She thinks it doesn't work. And meanwhile, poor fucking Buffy, poor dead ass Buffy with her nasty ass wig is trying to crawl out of her fucking coffin underground. Horrifying. Like, most
Yeah.
people have being buried alive as like a massive fear for a fucking reason.
Yeah. I felt like I don't know, the visuals of her coming from a skeleton to a human, I felt like that was interesting. It felt very Halloween Town.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, it did. Yeah.
and then I don't know, like so she like I guess I just want to know like if she was brought back to life and the tomb was already dug up, exhumed, would she still be in this like state because she came back from the dead? Like, who knows what she saw on the
Mm.
other side? Or is it mostly because she had to dig herself out of it? It
No,
just
I
felt
think she'd be in
very
this state no matter what, because we
uh-huh.
did spend a lot of time with her, and like her vision was almost like blurry, like she wasn't quite
Yeah.
back
Are you
yet. Like,
sure it's not because like there was some like worm slime in her eyes or something?
yeah, I do think she would have been fucked up no matter what. I do think it's more traumatizing though to have to claw your way out of your own coffin. And not only that, but see yourself literally ripped apart, right? Like, she sees Buffy Bot get her arms and legs and head just like
But
fucking
then
tore off.
once again, I feel like the real Buffy in her actual like normal state, like would just see that and be like, "Oh, that sucks. Buffy Bot's dead." Like Buffy Bot's really like I don't
Well,
think that would fuck me up to be like she knows what Buffy Bot is. So it's like
but I think she's
she's
very disoriented though. Like, I
I
think she's like
guess.
seeing herself get torn up. I think we're going to spend a decent amount of next episode finding out where Buffy actually like
We
went.
fucking better because if we don't, I think I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
Because
All
we
I
don't know, right? Like, we didn't find out
yeah.
anything. She comes back and she's like totally fucked up. She
She
doesn't trust any of the
she can't even say
Scoobies.
a fucking sentence.
No,
I
she's really in a
we
bad
better
place.
spend the entire episode with her just walking through where she went after she died, or else I'm going to end it all.
Oh
Like,
wow.
I was very disappointed, honestly, about that.
Yeah, I think we could still get it. I do
But
think we
okay,
could
hold
get
on.
it next
Yeah,
episode
what's
where
the
we
next
like.
episode called? It better be Buffy's time in the underworld.
I think you're gonna be happy. It's called Afterlife.
Okay, all right.
So I
Then
think we're gonna get it. But like because we didn't get any of that, and it turns out that like, yeah, she's very disoriented. She doesn't really trust any of the Scoobies. She doesn't want them to get close to her. She's still trying to like kind of piece things back together. I think she maybe has some memory loss as well. And she ends up finding herself at the tower from the finale of last season.
yeah.
And I loved, talk about things I liked from this premiere. I really loved the Buffy Dawn stuff at the top
Mhm,
of like the crane where Dawn is trying to be like, you're back, like Buffy, it's you, it's me, like I'm here, like this is real. This isn't, a memory.
mhm.
Because I feel like the sister connection was such an important part of season 5.
Yeah.
It makes sense that in order to pull Buffy back from the dead, you would need Dawn. That Dawn would be the essential ingredient in that formula, you know?
Yeah, give our girls something to do, some sort of bit of importance.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought that it was I agree. I liked those scenes as well. I really like that sweeping music that they used
Mhm.
in the finale and now the premiere. I don't know I don't know like what it's called, but it really gets me.
Mhm.
Um and I thought it was like, yeah, like we needed Dawn to like bring her back down to earth essentially, and at least make her realize like why she's here in the first place. And
Right.
it's like you have like people like need you, she needs you, and why Buffy sacrificed herself in the first place, and it was for Dawn.
Mhm. She
So
saved the world a lot.
plenty. She saves
So
a
that
lot.
part I did like, right? Like the ending I thought was solid. I and like they Buffy has to save Dawn because the freaking crane thing's about to collapse. Like it is a really moving, touching moment between the two of them. I'm
Mhm.
happy that that's what brought Buffy back. But yeah, if we don't get any explanation on what Buffy was up to during all of this, I'm not going to be super jazzed. So I think hopefully we'll get that in next week's episode.
Yeah, I mean, patience is a virtue. If
I don't have it.
I feel like if like I'm complaining or bitching about the fact that we didn't get to see a certain thing and it's literally the next episode, then like I
Yeah.
don't know, time to cool off a little bit, I guess. I just was really I think that it was just I felt the change.
Yeah.
I felt the absence of Giles. I felt like the why of him leaving was very unclear, besides the fact like, oh, I guess I'm not needed here anymore. Or maybe he was like, it's time for me myself, like for my like to focus on myself. But
Right.
also like I just like can't imagine like a person would like leave. I don't know how exactly long it was. Like maybe it felt like maybe like a month or two, maybe a little bit longer, but I
I
would
want to say they said 2 months, but I could be wrong about
I
that.
would have expected Giles to stick around for like at least a year to make sure everything is like settled. That
Yeah.
felt weird. It felt weird that he tried to like slip out in the middle of the night without saying
Yeah.
goodbye. That
Did
felt
he even
weird.
say what he was gonna be doing? Like, he's still part owner in the business and everything, but, like, what's he doing in Britain? Like, we don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if they came up with something interesting, like he is going to take this time to source magical objects to
Yeah.
maybe like bring Buffy back to life or do something that's meaningful, then maybe I would have less issue with it. But once again, like, I just, like it feels like narratively, it doesn't make sense within the narrative. You have to look at it
Yeah.
as, like, outside of a TV show perspective, which means that the reason why he's leaving is either an actor choice or it's a network choice. It doesn't feel like the character made the decision. It felt like a outside resource made the decision, and
Yeah.
it didn't just feel true to him, essentially. And I think, like, in addition to that, I felt the shift. Like, I felt like Willow was the star of the show. Allison Hannigan was the star of the show. I felt that once again. Like, let's see what comes once, like, Buffy's like back to the earth. And it just felt very, if it already felt different, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think like if we take Angel leaving as like an example, their breakup makes sense because there is a natural ending to their
Yeah.
relationship. There's only so far it can go, so on and so forth. That felt like narratively it made sense. It really felt like they were like, we're going to write Giles out as quick as possible and not really give much of an explanation as to why. And that just feels like we were a little shortchanged. Like,
Hmm.
it, like you said, if there was a reason where we could be like, I hate this, but I understand, I think is
Yeah.
where I would have liked to be, rather than just, I hate this, doesn't make a ton of sense. Why is he leaving now? What is he going to do?
Yeah.
It felt a little unfulfilling. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll, and he is listed as like guest starring or whatever the hell. So like, we'll probably get more of him. But yeah, for now, it's just, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm
Hmm.
not too pleased about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That, I think that, I don't know. I mean, we talked a lot about what we weren't satisfied with, but I mean, I'm excited to keep watching. I really am. I just feel like, I don't know, some of the stuff was a little rotten.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, do we want to get into Cordy's corner and discuss a little bit of
Yeah.
Angel?
Yeah.
Heartthrob and that vision thing.
Okay.
Are the two
Okay.
Angel
Yeah.
episodes.
Okay.
Are you ready for me to tell you what happened on Angel?
Yeah,
Because
totally.
woo baby. Okay. So Angel goes on like sabbatical because he's dealing with all the Buffy death stuff and he's
Oh my
sad
god.
boy.
Way to make it about you, Angel.
Literally always. So in the meantime, we have the trio doing their thing. Wesley has a fuck ass haircut.
Yeah.
His haircut is fucking tragic. He
Yeah.
has like a mini mullet. It's frazzly, it's fucked, and I hate it.
Have we ever considered that Wesley's just ugly?
But he's not, is the thing. It's just like, here's the thing. If you're going to be prim and proper, then dress like it. Don't try to be scraggly guy. Like,
Yeah.
stop. So he looks terrible. Cordy's hair is improving. She has a bob. She has like a straight brunette bob. Much prefer it to the blonde that she had incorporated last season. So that's going well for her. Gunn still has no hair. So that is, there's no update to give you.
Uh-huh.
So we do get a little flashback stuff where we get Angel and Darla Girly Pop. She's still in the show. So we get a little bit of stuff with them. Basically what happens is Angel is helping fight vampires. He comes back. He's back from sabbatical. He helps fight vampires. He kills a vampire that he used to pal around with. So like,
Oh.
yikers, because basically it was like double date season in
Mhm.
way back in time when Angel had that fucking horrendous Irish accent.
Yeah.
Him and Darla were together, and then this other guy girl couple were together, and he realizes it's her because she's wearing this locket that her like BF boyfriend gave her,
Mhm.
and he kills her, and so the boyfriend is not happy
Yeah.
at all. So we also find out at the end of the first episode, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but fucking modern day Darla is pregnant.
But what?
Yeah. She is like full term, like literally could lose her water break thing any second. I'm not kidding. It's a storyline. She's full on fucking pregnant. She's
Renesmee's coming. Who's
it's
the
horrible.
father? Is it
She
Angel?
well, she insinuates that it's Angel. She in the second episode, she like goes to visit some sort of like almost like Eastern doctor sort
Like
of a
a
guy.
okay, an Eastern, not like a witch doctor. We're talking about like Eastern medicine.
I don't, maybe he's a witch doctor. I don't know. But he puts his like hands on her stomach,
Yeah.
and it's very Renesmee,
Yeah.
where he's like, ah, like he gets like pushed back, and he's like, this is not meant to be known. And she's like, and so she's like, time to visit daddy. So
No.
she's gonna come back. Apparently, it is Angel's child because they fucked. Remember,
It
they
really
fucked
is?
hard. So
But how okay,
again,
so because it
this
hasn't been that long, so, like, once again, Renesmee, like, grew really
well,
fast.
no, it's been a minute. I don't know how long it's been.
It's
Like, I
been,
don't
like,
remember.
9 months?
True, I don't know how long it's been since that whole thing went down. But can we just the farce of fucking I got pregnant on the first try. This fucking bitch with her fucking vampire baby.
Once
Who the
again,
hell
it's
knows?
very Twilight, which once again, like, we knew that Stephanie Meyer was a scam artist, but,
Yeah.
like, this bitch
Yeah.
stole from Angel.
Yeah, especially Darla's old ass eggs. Are you kidding me? Like, what?
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens there. But that was like fucking draw
Are
on
we
the
sure this
floor.
is not, like, a fever dream?
Literally, I don't know.
And
Like,
she's like,
maybe it turns out it's not a baby. Like, it's like some Grey's Anatomy crazy shit where it's like this
"What?
crazy tumor that's been growing on her stomach. Like, I don't
No,
know.
that kicks?"
Listen, I don't know. Who knows? But it's very fucking weird, and that's a storyline that's happening.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to watch because this sounds cracked.
Well, it's like a very, very small portion
Oh,
of these 2
well, that's
episodes.
all I wanna watch.
I mean, I get it. Watch the final scene in the first episode, and you'll get to see
Okay.
the pregnant belly. But
It's so
meanwhile,
stupid.
Cordy is still having issues with her visions. Like,
Mm.
she is like she gets really hurt when they happen. Then she starts getting like physically hurt. So like if she has a vision of someone getting clawed, she has the claw marks on her. So
Oh,
she's like she tries to
no.
keep it hidden for a minute, but then she can't anymore because she literally gets boils on her face and it's really tragic. Um Turns out the guy from Harold and Kumar, he has like an exposed brain and he wears one of those fez hats to cover
Mhm.
it. And
Mhm.
he's working with Wolfram and Hart to basically make her think she's having visions and injure her. They're not real visions
Oh,
though.
okay.
So the angel basically goes to Wolfram and Hart and makes a deal with them. He sets some guy free, some maniac guy. He sets free so they could get like the antidote for Cordelia. And like there's gonna be repercussions. Like, but I feel like they're seeding an Angel Cordy thing. I really feel like they're
You've
seeding the
been
Angel
saying
Cordy thing
that. You've been saying that for a really long
because
time.
he's like, you're more important. We'll deal with that later. Like, who cares about that
Yeah.
maniac? We'll
So,
deal with him later.
alright, so then if we're just saying that it's going to happen, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like Cordy could do so much better.
Mhm.
I want her to marry a rich man, get everything she shouldn't be marrying this like vampire bro. Like he's
Yeah.
sad boy. Like stop. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe they will just be BFFs forever, but it definitely feels like when he comes back from his sabbatical, he like brought her like a necklace and she's very excited because it's like a
Ooh.
gift and like I don't know. It just feels like there's more going on with
Did he get
them.
everybody else a gift?
Yes.
Okay.
He jokes with her at first and he gives her like this tiny skull, but it's meant for gun. And then he gives her a necklace.
Okay. Okay, so it's not like he only got her a gift. That's very telling.
Right.
He
Right.
has to, but then again, like he, even if you have a crush on a girl and want to get her a necklace, you have to save face and get a gift for everybody or else
Yeah.
it's super obvious.
It just feels like he's making a lot of like big decisions to save Cordy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. She does get saved. He loves a fucking damsel in distress. We've been new.
Yeah.
One other thing of note is that Jin from Lost has like seemingly officially joined the cast now. He
Huh?
was the guy, I don't know if you remember, there was like one episode he was in where he was like a realtor so or something. He works for Wolfram and Hart, and basically,
Mm.
okay, do you remember HBIC, that woman who got like promoted because Lindsay like left the
Yes.
show and died or whatever?
Yes.
So she basically is like, I'm gonna get Angel by doing fuck ass shit like torturing Cordy with Harold and Kumar.
Mm-hmm.
He is like, I'm gonna get them with legal bullshit, like their building is not up to code. So he basically
Oh,
shows up
okay.
at the hotel and is like, you fuckers aren't following the code, we're shutting you down. Like he does
Uh-oh.
the legal thing, and he's
Yeah.
like, there's more than one way to go about this, I'm gonna do it this way, you do it your fuck ass way.
That's smart. Okay, so we have like a new villain. What
Hmm.
about Frankie?
Wilfred. She is on the show. Fred. So the first episode she spends, so apparently while Angel was gone on sabbatical, she like didn't leave. She's living in the hotel, so she didn't leave her like hotel room. She only really talked to him, and so when he was gone, she was like really bent out of shape. He comes back and she literally has written all over the walls. So she's not doing well. But eventually she does kind of sort of come out of her shell. She's very awkward. She there's a moment when like Gunn and Wesley are having a conversation about Cordelia, and she pipes up and she's like sitting underneath the table and they hadn't noticed her. But she is like coming out of her shell a little bit, but she's very socially awkward and
What a
kind of like
little
the Anya
yeah.
of Angel.
That sounds like she's like a fucking rat.
She's a
Like
little strange. I mean, she's a
yeah.
little strange. She was fucking trapped in another dimension for like 10 years as like a slave. So she's bound to be a little funky.
Or like a ferret.
she she's a little strange. But she's around, and she's definitely a part of the crew now. At one
Mhm.
point she hangs out at Cordelia's because Angel is like, you have to watch Cordelia, don't leave. And Cordelia's like, take my peanut butter and leave or whatever, because she's like loves peanut butter, I guess. um
Oh, okay. So Fred loves peanut butter.
I guess so. Listen, I don't know, I watched these episodes, but I watched 4 episodes of television this week, so
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a lot.
among the other shit that I was
Among
watching.
all the other things that you're watching,
I'm
yeah.
watching so much shit, just so much shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what happened on Angel. And like I will say, I do think they figured out the tone of the show. It feels funny. Like there's a moment where like, cuz they're trying to get Fred to come out of her room and like be more social and not lock
Mhm.
herself away. And then a baddie comes charging into the hotel, and immediately Angel's like, "Fred, go to your room." Yeah, and he yells at her to leave. So like again, they're finding the tone and they're finding the
Uh-huh.
funny, which I
Mhm.
appreciate. So I think
Okay.
it's improving.
Are you
Um
sure Darla's pregnant? That's
Girl,
so
I don't
funny.
know, but like fucking weird shit is going on, and I can't wait for her to show up and be like, "You're going to be a daddy."
Oh, she didn't
Uh
say that yet?
no, she said it to like the guy who was going to birth the child or whatever. She was like, "Time to visit daddy." Like she
Oh,
hasn't
got it.
seen Angel
She
yet.
said daddy?
I may have just written that in my notes, and I don't know that she actually
Oh, okay.
said the words daddy, but I definitely she
She
insinuated that
she
it's
didn't
time to go
say
see
like,
Angel.
"Oh, I'm gonna go okay, like,
She may
I"
have said the word daddy. I don't know if I was
okay,
writing that and she didn't say it, because that could be
okay.
me to write that.
So, alright, so now I've turned on the episode, and I see Darla in a bar in a red dress.
Oh, you're about to find out she's pregnant because she
Okay,
stands
she
up and she
stands
got
up.
that big
Yeah.
ass
Oh,
belly.
yeah, now she's a vampire. Ah, bite, bite, bite.
Vamp face, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, I see a sliver of baby.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, is a foot falling out? What's happening?
No, 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 I mean, like, I saw, like, a bump. Okay, and then she turns around and it is a
There she is.
it's a really big bump.
I'm telling you, like 8 or 9 months.
She's farther along than me, I would assume.
She got a big belly. She's ready
Yeah,
to birth.
yeah. I have, like, 2.5 months left, and she looks like about maybe, like, a month or so ahead of
So I'm
me.
saying
So,
she's got belly.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Darla and telling Angel he's gonna be a daddy.
Mhm.
Interesting
You
stuff.
wanna name the baby?
Well, let's see.
Is it a
What's
boy
a
or a
Renesmee
girl?
version? I think we have to include Buffy in there because Angel's gonna be like, but my love, Buffy, we must name her after dead
That would
Buffy.
be okay. Well, okay, so you think it's a girl?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Buff
Um,
Lulu.
no, that's crazy. I can imagine him being like, I want her middle name to be Anne, and then like Darla's like, fine, whatever, I don't care. And then like she finds out later that that's Buffy's middle name, and then she's like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Buffan Lulu. You act like that's crazier than Renesmee. Renesmee isn't a fucking name.
It's not, but I feel like it's a name now. It's
Well,
just like
yes, but so can Buff Lulu and
that's stupid. Why would Darla start it with Buff?
okay,
You
so
know? No.
Druffy.
Why wouldn't they just name it? Okay, we don't know the okay, it was after the mothers, and we don't know Darla's mom's name and Angel's mom's
No.
name. And honestly, they probably don't know what their mom's names are.
Nah.
I hate this.
I can't wait to see what the fuck happens next.
Was there anything in episode 2 about the pregnancy? Oh yeah, you said the doctor.
That was part of that was the doctor stuff.
Okay. All right.
So I don't fucking know, but that's next week. Or that's this week. And next week's episode is That Old Gang of Mine.
Okay, and we are only forced to watch one of them, right?
Yes, because we're only watching one Buffy.
Okay.
I think we're mostly going back and forth. The good news is they both have 22 episodes, so
Mhm.
it can kind of go back and
so
forth.
as long as no, but they're not supposed to connect anymore, so never mind.
Correct. Yeah.
We're
so
not
we'll see.
We're not supposed to have anything good and fun anymore, so
No, we're not supposed to have anything
yeah,
good and
like
fun.
those really good episodes where like Willow shows up and does an announcement.
Yeah, we can't have
or
good things anymore.
Spike comes and drops something off, which means that we'll never see Spike and like over with like
Probably not.
them anymore because Spike is of the ownership of Buffy.
I think so. That would be my assumption.
I still think that Eliza Dushkanews is of property of Angel.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I don't think I would be so surprised if Buffy got Eliza Dushkanu in the divorce. It's possible.
I hope so.
It's possible. Maybe she did.
Okay, we did get an email from a new listener, which is very exciting. Her name is also Sarah.
Oh,
very exciting.
With an H or without?
With an H.
Okay, respectable.
She's an H girly.
Yeah.
I randomly hi Jess and Sarah. And she also Sarah recognized Sarah's because she did not put an H on your name, so she knows that it's a
that
thing.
is very
Love that.
respectful. Thank you.
So respectful of Sarah. I randomly found your podcast suggested in the Buffy subreddit, which side note, that's wild to me. I'm not ventured because I'm too afraid of spoilers.
Oh.
But that is so kind that anyone would recommend us in a subreddit.
Thank you.
Especially because the Buffy podcast world is very saturated. So like, how nice. I'm so glad I did. I love y'all's energy together, and the fact that you are somehow mostly unspoiled on Buffy really helps me get back into that nostalgia mode from when I was watching for the first time. Also, I love her immediately because she says, for what it's worth, I also thought Angel was going to be a literal angel. So I especially loved your early predictions.
Right? Like I thought that too. I swear to
you.
goodness, I was like, yeah, I'm like pretty sure he has like an angel tattoo on his back.
Yes, we were very convinced.
Where did I get that? I don't know.
Dreamed up. I recently had a personal tragedy, and the news all around was also terrible, and I badly needed to retreat into something more comforting. So I basically had your Buffy coverage on repeat in my ears nearly 24/7. I literally fell asleep with earbuds in. Didn't feel great. Don't necessarily recommend.
No,
It
I've
really-
done that too. Wait, hold on, Jessica. Remember when we were in Atlantic City and my earbud? So I slept with my earbuds in.
I remember we spent so much time getting that fucking AirPod.
So we went to Atlantic City together. We stayed in separate rooms. Blah blah blah. I slept with my earpod in, and it fell in like the behind the headboard of the hotel bed, and it was like impossible to get out. And
they were like the headboard and bed frame were like screwed
bolted
to the wall. Like you couldn't move them. So we had to like get a charging thing that had a magnet on it
Yeah.
and like fish it out basically with that. It took so much time.
So long.
Didn't we call like the people at the hotel and be like, hey,
And they were
we need
like,
to get this?
we will not help you.
Yeah.
But like, of course, I had to like call Jess, and like she has to always save my life like that. I'm
It was
like,
absolutely ridiculous.
yeah. So I also sleep with the AirPods in, which I don't recommend because A, it hurts, and B, you lose it in the hotel bed.
Yeah, let me say, Sarah, let me recommend to you and also to you, Sarah, all the
Okay.
Sarahs in the world.
Yeah.
Get a Bluetooth sleep mask.
I
Game
got one.
changer.
I didn't like it.
Well, maybe the other Sarah will like it.
She'll
It's
like
incredible. I use it literally every night because it's way more comfortable. There's like little ear thingies, but it's like a comfortable thing to have around. I wear mine as like you can either wear it as a sleep mask so it goes over your eyes, or I wear it like kind of like a sports headband so that I can still see if I want to watch something. It is a game fucking changer. So I do highly recommend, Sarah, as someone who can't fall asleep in silence, very recommend this Bluetooth sleep mask. Also, very sorry to hear about a personal tragedy.
I
But
am sorry.
very happy to hear that we were able to give you some sort of comfort. That is so kind to think that our voices would be of any comfort to anyone. One thing that I noticed by basically binge listening was, this is so interesting, as because she's listened to all of us very quickly. One thing I noticed was how often brain cancer comes up. If you'll recall, the smart kid in the puppet episode from season 1, episode 9 was rejected by the demon because his brain was riddled with cancer. Then in season 2, episode 7, Lie to Me, there was Buffy's friend from LA who wanted to turn into a vampire because he was dying of brain cancer. And then, of course, there's Joyce. So what's up with all the brain cancer? Does the Hellmouth somehow cause it, like radiation? Maybe all the evil demons are running the corporations that are dumping toxins into the water supply. Or are the writers just lazy and can't think of any other tragic terminal illnesses?
Yeah, that probably that.
Oh,
They're
so
like-
funny.
We always talk about like the post-its on the wall, and
Yeah.
like somebody
Brain
forgets
cancer.
somebody keeps forgetting to take down brain cancer
It's
from the
always
post
up
in the
there.
wall. It's like, oh wait, hold on, the
And they
brain
have
cancer. That's such a
brain
good
cancer.
idea.
Yeah.
That's
So-
interesting. I mean, like obviously, I would hope that there was some sort of interesting connection.
I mean, we talked about that a lot last season. Like, is
About
it
glory.
something about glory? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? So that's interesting that I didn't think about that it's been there all along. I'm eagerly awaiting your assessment of season 6 as it takes a very noticeable turn and flexes some newfound freedoms being on a different, more adult network.
Oh my god, if I see penis, I would be so
There's
happy.
no chance. This isn't HBO. There's literally no chance you're seeing penis. Maybe you'll see the top half of an areola, but like literally nothing else.
Okay.
There's no way.
Maybe a butt. I don't know.
We might, maybe butt. I would appreciate some butt. Without spoiling anything, I like a lot about season 6, but there's a lot to be upset about too. So I'm curious how it will affect your rankings. Congrats to Sarah on the upcoming Bebe. I wish her the smoothest. Also, she did write Bebe, I will say. I did not just say
She's
that.
an
She
icon.
wrote it.
Yeah.
I love this. Sarah, we love you. I wish her the smoothest and most boring pregnancy and delivery possible.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck to her and Adam as they transition into their new roles as parents. And Jess, I truly appreciate your steadfast ACAB stance. And I'll add a hearty fuck ice here
fuck
as
ice.
well.
Yeah.
Fuck ice, Sarah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. There's a local donut shop to us called Bitchin' Donuts.
Oh.
And they recently started selling donuts that say fuck ice on them, and they made me so happy.
Oh, is it black?
The donut?
Yeah, the icing.
Oh, it's like they have all different flavors, so it's all different colors.
There's this phenomenon that's been happening in the last couple of months where, and I sure, let's blame the pregnancy. I asked the stupidest fucking questions that
I
exist.
just don't like the word is the lettering black? Like does it
Well,
matter?
it's like if you had to like ask my husband about this because like he gets the brunt of this because like he can tell.
Yeah.
So like the other day he was just like, "Hey, like, do you want to go meet our friend Andrew at like the sports bar to watch a game and
Okay.
like get apps?" I dead ass looked my husband in the face and said, "Are you coming too?"
Hey, I'm gonna hang out with your friend. Do you want to hang too?
I did ask him that, and he's like, and this is just one of a billion questions. The questions that I ask are so unhinged, and some of it, like, I understand because it comes from my own anxiety. Like, like he like went on like a trip to Atlanta and like stayed at some sort of like Airbnb type of thing, and I was just like, "Where did you sleep?" And he was like, "Why do you care?"
Give me the photos of where you slept.
He's like, "What? Like, do you want like why do you care
God.
where everybody slept?" Like, and I'm like, "Oh no," because like I'm
Well,
very
I don't know. That actually sounds just like a normal you question because you're
yeah.
a nosy bitch. So,
Well, I think that this is the thing. Like, I think that like it like the curiosity. And
yeah.
also, like, I'm very like I get very whenever there's like a place where I'm sleeping or going to or staying, I'm like, very like,
Mhm.
where are we sleeping? Like, what's the bed
Yeah.
situation like?
Mhm.
Like, what room am I getting? But like, it's just getting so bad because the questions that I'm asking, I'll have to like I need to make a list because it
Yeah,
gets
I need
so
Adam to keep
bad.
track of this because this
Yeah.
sounds hilarious.
No, it's so
Was it black? Like why would what does it matter if the icing was black? What do you mean? Like
and
that would be kind of weird if it was because
yeah.
like turn your teeth black. Like
That's
gross.
that's what I envisioned. But the questions are just like repeatedly, oh wait. I okay. I asked him if he had like did you I'll have to remember. It was like I'll remember and I'll come up with a list because I like asked him like about like if he Googled something, but like the way that I asked it was stupid. So I'll like make a
Yes,
list
please.
because
I need to know
these
because that sounds insane.
and I just sit there, I'm like, yeah, like let me ask this question. And he looks at me like, what the fuck are you asking right now? And I'm like, it
uh
makes sense in my head.
Yeah. So thank you for your email,
Thank you,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Thank you for listening and good luck with the Bluetooth headphones. Like I said, sleep mask all the way. It's very helpful, very soothing because I don't fall asleep silently literally ever in my life.
Mhm.
Um, Sarah, can I just tell you also what I've been watching lately?
Mm,
It
mhm.
is slowly becoming an obsession. I'm
Was.
afraid for my life. Um, I've been watching The Vampire Diaries and it
Yeah.
is so fucking unhinged and so funny.
Do
Like
you
I
like
am
it better than Buffy?
no, like they're different. It's different. It's very different. Like okay, Buffy is like I want like a homemade cheeseburger and fries. Okay?
Yeah.
So like I'm not having like a steak. Like this isn't like
Mhm.
HBO, but
Mhm.
like I want a cheeseburger and fries.
Mhm.
Vampire Diaries, it's like I'm craving Taco Bell. Like I need the
Mhm.
trash. It
Mhm.
is fucking unhinged. They churn through plot like no show I've ever seen before. They kill off people. They're so unafraid. They're like, you need to die instantly.
Mhm.
And it's so gruesome. It's
Important
crazy.
people?
In what?
Important people?
Yeah, anyone. There's like 3 people who I feel like are immune. But
Mhm.
they have rings which allow them to go into the sunlight, which Angel could have fucking used that. Shouldn't you not? Maybe you should have kept that fucking ring, which
Yeah.
also Cordy does bring up in the first 2 episodes. She's like,
Yeah.
this would have been helpful to have that ring, huh, Angel? It's like, that's
That
fucking
was
right, girl.
so stupid. He threw in the ocean
He's so dumb.
like
It's been
old
84
rose.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled
Um,
a rose and threw it
yeah.
into the ocean. What a
But
stupid
Vampire
ass.
Diaries is fucking crazy. It is so funny and like there's like the shipping game I unbelievable. Like
Yeah,
there's so many potential options you can ship. It's really fucking great.
yeah. Are
It's really
you
stupid in the best way.
are you an Elena and Damien shipper?
Damon and yes, I'm a Delana shipper.
You are.
Because Damon is the bad boy.
You don't
Love
like
it.
Stefan?
Stefan is fine. He's actually going through something this season, so he's
Mhm,
become far more interesting because he's not so much broody sad boy as he
mhm.
is like I'm gonna tear your fucking throat out
Okay, so
guy.
it's like Damien is Spike
Yes,
and Stefan is Angel.
Angel.
Mhm,
Exactly.
understood.
Uh it's been very fun. So I'm really enjoying it as like my go to bed show, like my put on in the background show.
Will took himself out of the equation.
Oh, Will is not watching The Vampire
Because this
Diaries.
was supposed to be like a couples show.
No, not The Vampire Diaries. True Blood is the couples show.
Oh, so sorry. How can I mix up another vampire fucking show?
I'm watching too many vampire shows, I think is what I'm now realizing.
Yeah, well, you're a
But it's
freak.
very like CW. It's very early aughts CW in like such a fun way. Beyond the fact that like the diversity sucks and like why is every witch gotta be black? Like there are some issues.
All the witches are black?
So far. There are issues and there's like one black character. It's whatever. It's not
What?
great.
Wait, all
there's
the witches
also
are black, but also there's only one black character.
they kill them
So then,
constantly.
they keep killing the black
They keep
witches.
killing the black witches.
Okay, that's terrible.
It's a whole thing.
Are they like
yeah.
voodoo witches?
They're kind of like Willow Witch.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm because like I kind of like the the Louisiana voodoo witch. I think like those are
Oh no, I'm trying to think. I honestly can't remember where the fuck this show takes place. I know it's filmed in like Atlanta.
Wait,
but
I was
don't
just about to say like
know-
isn't it New Orleans, but isn't that True Blood?
that's True Blood.
Okay.
Bon ton.
Bon ton.
Bon ton. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been watching. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to a podcast actually. Shout out to the Vampire Diaries. Is the podcast I've been listening to, which is very fun because it gives it. They started it during COVID, so it gives like us energy. Honestly,
Yes. Yeah. This is our COVID baby.
yes.
Yeah. Whenever I do one of those like say a fun fact about yourself, like I'm like I say like, oh yeah, I'm like I've been a podcaster for 5 years, and then I always make the same lame joke over and over again. Some people made sourdough during COVID, but I made a podcast.
It's a hilarious joke.
People do like the joke, but
Yeah.
I hate myself because I've like it's a manufactured joke that I've said so many times,
Yeah.
but I think I could still
Wow.
pull it off. What am I watching? I don't know. We're still doing the Psych and Scrubs thing, but now we have to take a hiatus because we have to watch the entire 8th season of Shameless for Previously on Shameless.
Right.
And then we have to watch Pretty Little Liars for Previous Little Liars. So
You're watching a lot of stuff for podcasting, right?
Yeah.
And you're watching Gilmore Girls now.
Oh, I am. I'm watching Gilmore Girls for the first time, and actually, I'm like very excited about it. It makes me, yeah, I've never watched it before because it intimidated me, and they talk too fast.
They do. They talk very fast.
Yeah, Adam and I have very different opinions on the
Oh,
characters.
that's fun. Okay.
He's like very like up Lorelai's ass, and honestly, like I'm like the more episodes I liked her a lot episode 1, and then I've only seen 3. Each time I see her in an episode, I like her less and less.
That's not surprising to me. I feel like you're gonna hate most of the main characters.
Yeah, I Suki's kitchen stresses me out, and also
She cuts herself all the time. It's very stressful.
and also like I kind of hate the trope of like the overweight character being like
the
just,
comic
like,
relief.
yeah, just being like a joke. So
Yeah.
like or like the goofy gal, like I don't really
I will say
enjoy
she
that.
does. They explore her more. It's
Yeah.
like in the beginning, though. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I just don't like that trope. So I actually really, really like Rory at this time, but I've been told by a lot of people that I'm gonna hate Rory a lot. So
Yeah.
I
the main
like
characters are flawed. You
I
know
like
what
the
mean?
grandpa.
He's great, Richard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
grandpa.
Grandpa Richard.
Emily fine. Like I think that I mean I'm like more open to her than Adam is. Adam gets
'Cause she's
triggered.
rich. Yeah.
I like her. I like
he
her.
hates her.
Well,
No, I'm saying Adam hates her because she's rich.
Well, because yeah, like and she's old. He hates old people. And he gets triggered because I think like Emily reminds her controlling nature reminds him a lot of his own situations. So
Mhm.
but yeah, everyone else is a
Interesting.
dork. I got catfished by Luke so bad. I'm so mad about this because I was
He
like,
took
fuck.
his hat off and he was ugly.
Yes. But I was like, he's so hot. Like, he's so hot. And then he took his hat off. And then I was like, fuck, he's ugly. What happened? And then
Yeah.
he put his hat back on. And then I'm like, he's hot again, but I don't trust it because I've seen his hairline and
Right.
I don't like it. So I'm
Mhm.
mad at him. And I know eventually that that the dad from This Is Us is gonna be there, but I don't like that fucker.
The dad from This
Milo.
Is Us.
Milo
Oh, Milo
Vargas.
Ventimiglia.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that motherfucker.
Because of This Is Us, or
No, I mean, like, I don't think he's hot.
I think I'm interested to hear what you think of him when he's on the show.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
But
Well,
I'm pretty mad at Rory for not liking her Birkin bag, so that's the only thing that I know about that show.
I don't remember Rory getting a Birkin bag.
Rory gets a Birkin bag from a boyfriend and is
doesn't
like,
like it.
"Look at this trash ass bag."
Okay, now that you say that it was from a boyfriend, I do
Yeah.
remember what you're talking
And
about. Yep.
she was literally given an Hermes Birkin bag. That ungrateful. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's giving Carrie Bradshaw getting that fucking horrendous swan bag from Big.
I like that swan bag, but
I
whatever.
fucking hated that bag. Anyway, that's what we're watching. Now everyone's caught up on everything. Yeah, and we're gonna come back next week. We'll have special guest, our friend and yours, Lindy, on the podcast to talk about the
Lindy.
episode. Very, very exciting.
Mhm.
So it should be a good one, hopefully. I don't know. Maybe I hope we're gonna explore what the hell Buffy's been up to and get her out of that fuck ass wig. 'Cause
Yeah,
really
why'd she
is,
dye
like, one
and
of
turn
those-
her hair brown? It doesn't make sense.
Look, literally when you said like she looked like the cave woman episode, that was so fucking spot on. It really did. It looked horrible.
Mhm.
But anyway, that's next week's problem. So until then, everyone, here endeth the lesson.
Just ask. Shit 90 shows taught me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.